Well, actually, it's a very positive status that we have because it was just 1 year beforehand that our president made the announcement to the country that we were planning to use this metric. And nowadays, it's almost finished. All the process with the statistics institution, all the dimensions, the indicators have been already chosen. The measure is already done, and now we are in the process of planning all the communication process for the broad audiences, being institutional, private sector, and the regular citizens. And just as well, we are making all the plans for all the operatives, coordinations that we are willing to do using the MPI in terms of how to allocate the resources, which plans implement for particular targets within the different regions of the country. So it's all working very good. And something that has been distinctive of the Costa Rican process is the fact that the private sector assumed a proactive role with a helping hand, providing resources, knowledge, and being like an ally with the government in this process. So that, I think, opens an opportunity to replicate it elsewhere in the region and other countries in the world, I think. Basically, given the fact that in Latin America the challenges that we are facing are so humongous, it's very difficult for the country governments by themselves to tackle them and to have enough resources, enough muscle to execute the programs. So why not ask a helping hand for a very powerful sector? For instance, in Costa Rica, it's something around 80% of the jobs created came from the private sector. So they are in a position, in an ethical position, that they have to be willing to support, and they have executive capabilities, strategical planning capabilities, and resources. So why not add that other motor to this airplane, so we have it flying higher and more steady? So that was what has happened. Just as well, I think it's very important for the private sector to engage in this conversation, analyze the huge human development challenges and inequalities, and how unfair in many ways the scheme of things we have in our countries are. And this inequality of opportunity must be tackled by every stakeholder, not just the government. So it's very important for our sector to engage and provide a helping hand as well. Yeah, I think two things very concretely. I think it's almost a done thing within at least academia of how important it is to use multidimensional metrics to tackle poverty, because the income poverty, as important as it is, it's obviously not enough to properly understand the causes and the root causes of poverty and how it unfolds and presents itself in different subregions of the world. So using the state-of-the-art metrics to have it as the main input to design and execute the public policies that will promote human development and tackle poverty, it's like a no-brainer. It's absolutely logical. So the fact that it's going to be included in the Sustainable Development Goals is good news for everyone, not just the academia, but the governments, the civil society. And Costa Rica being a country that assumes that goals as binding for the type of policies that they pursue, it's just like a reinforcement of how important the MPI is going to be for our public policies and the way we promote human development within our country.